This is why you build cars like that, so you can come to places like this. Have a go at that. Starting our adventure of Phillip Island, we find ourselves in the most southwestern part of the island. It is called the Nobbies, and it is a few rock formations and a blowhole boardwalk. If you follow the south coast along, you will find Pyramid Rock. Pyramid Rock is an awesome rock formation that is only a short walk from the car park. Phillip Island is located 2.5 hours south of Melbourne. It is famous for its penguins all year round, and it is famous for the MotoGP. It has one of the most iconic racetracks in Australia. Unfortunately, there was a private event on, so we did not get to see inside the racetrack, only a view from the fence. Although there is an indoor museum that you can visit and see some of the bikes and some of the cars that race around Phillip Island's racetrack. Moving on from Phillip Island, we find ourselves in Wilson's Promontory. Now, this is the most southern point of the Australian mainland, and it is about 2 hours from Phillip Island. Wilson's Promontory is probably very famous for all its amazing hiking. Some of the hiking tracks there are 19 kilometres one way and are not for the faint-hearted. Whilst we were there, we did do the 8-kilometre summit to the top of Mount Oberon, which, as you can see, the views here are absolutely breathtaking, and it was well worth the 8-kilometre hike. There is so much to see in Wilson's Promontory, but unfortunately a lot of it is accessible by foot. The best beach of 2024 is Squeaky Beach, and this is located in Wilson's Promontory, and it is exactly as the name suggests. It is made of fine white quartz, and as you walk across the beach, you make a sensational squeaking noise. Moving into McKinnon's campground, this is right on the river. This was the start of our Victorian High Country leg. The Den of Nargan is quite an adventurous walk. It is not the most easiest of trails to navigate, but you do find yourself into the floor of the jungle, and that opens up to a swimming hole and a waterfall. The famous Dargo Hotel in the Victorian High Country has so much personality. You can see all the stuff on the inside here. So many people from all different four-wheel drive shows, all different adventure shows, and everything else in between has put their stickers, coasters, and everything you can think of in the walls of this place. The food here was absolutely 10 out of 10, and it is worth stopping in here, having a feed, having a beer, and just taking a look around. You could spend all day in this place. Located about 6 kilometres from the famous Dargo Hotel is the Dargo River. There's plenty of free camping here. You can jump in that icy water. It is crystal clear, and it is well worth spending a night or two down here by the river. As we climb higher into the mountain, it is exactly as it suggests. It is the high country. Therefore, there is so much fog. But once all that fog finally burns off, you get to see all the beautiful mountainsides and all the ranges that are around. The famous Blue Rag Trig Point track. Coming into here is very steep, so please be mindful. It's probably best to have some sort of good working brakes before you come to any of these trails, because some of it is extremely steep. Luckily for us, this vehicle is fitted with 488 diff gears, and they just make easy work of these steep declines and steep inclines.
Forgiven, everyone is a villain, but don't call me a killer. I keep my mind on a mission, cutting ties if they switching, double life, double vision. I see blue diamonds, sideways, it's a race, who's timing? 5 days out of state, new climate, no trace, quiet place, move silent. They're calling on me, they're what they gon' say, yeah. I ain't falling for it, most of them two-faced, yeah.
Just keep in mind, some of these trails are pretty narrow, so make sure you just have a look around so you're not flying up a trail or flying down a trail with other people coming at you, because there is not a lot of room to let other cars past you.
And there's no going back once I leave it behind me. Hey, it's not all is forgiven, everyone is a villain, but don't call me a killer. I keep my mind on a mission, cutting ties if they switching, double life, double vision. I see.
Once you reach the peak of the track, it is 1,726 metres above sea level. It is something else. It is absolutely breathtaking when you're up there. It's well worth visiting, and I absolutely loved it. Making our way across the Great Alpine Road, we find ourselves in the little town of Bright, which is home to Mount Buffalo. Mount Buffalo has so many waterfalls, so many lookouts, and heaps of good stuff to do. You can spend all day through here. There is camping at the top of the mountain as well, so you're more than welcome to stay here for a few days. The Mount Buffalo Peak lookout was absolutely breathtaking. You can see how high we are up, 1,726 metres above sea level, only 3 metres shy of that blue rag track. But look at how beautiful this is when we look out over the top of the mountain ranges. The Victorian High Country was definitely one of my favourite places that I've been, and it is well worth spending some time here and going out and exploring. I'm going to wrap it up here, and in the next episode we go through some of the southeast coast and through Kangaroo Valley. Awesome. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching.
Whoa, giant to a maggot, big boss status. Ain't gon' lie, I really wish they would like a cabin. I ain't do no front and get my money on the back end. Yesterday's price ain't today, now we taxing. Way out the fear, ain't no way out for me. They always told me I'm the wave, like I'm way out. And see, I know some real ones turn state, ain't no way I could be out here living like a villain, only way up for me. Moving out the purges, I give time if it was worth it. If you coming from my fam, then you know I take it personal. Say that you the GOAT, I asked around, I never heard of you. Rocky road ahead and there's some things I had to hurt of.